I'm Tadzio Müller and I'm with Scientist Rebellion, and we're standing outside the Traffic and Mobility Ministry in Germany. And Scientist Rebellion is a network of scientists that have come together around the world to take action in a week coinciding with the release of the IPCC report that once again catalogues how close we are to fundamental tipping points that could tip the world into absolute climate hell. Antonio Guterres, the UN General Secretary, not a great fan of radicalism normally, said that the governments of the world and the corporations are lying to us. We're heading towards this climate emergency, nothing is slowing down emissions, and most of us continue to behave as though everything were normal. As though it were fine in a climate emergency to, as it were, just stand next to the burning house and keep calling the fire brigade. But if the fire brigade doesn't show up and somebody says, how about we carry some buckets of water to the fire and actually start putting it out ourselves? Most people, for example scientists, continue saying, well, no, we will continue with our own business as usual. We will write papers that will be ever more radically and drastically formulated, and we will somehow miraculously hope that politics is going to respond to this by taking radical climate action. But that is an unrealistic assessment. It is unrealistic to assume that, putting it in ever more drastic terms, the fact that we are in a climate emergency, that the way our normality, our society is structured, is running this world into the ground, this planet into the ground in the most unjust way possible. That just writing papers to that effect will somehow change something. Scientist Rebellion is indicative of the fact that there's a rupture beginning to go through the scientific field, as in many other social fields. There are those who say, we're going to say climate emergency, we're going to say protect the climate, but we're going to just continue with our own business as usual. And there are those of us who are saying, we recognize the climate emergency, we recognize that this is an enormous ethical challenge, and we are taking action accordingly. We're beginning to disrupt the normality of a world that is running itself into the ground. So this is why Scientist Rebellion is here, and this rupture is not just beginning to emerge in the scientific field, in all disciplines, it has to emerge in all social fields, because if we continue in our own business as usual, we're going to be fucked very, very quickly, and not in ways that anybody's going to enjoy.